Hello YouTube, Huntrex101 here, wanting to point out a logical fallacy found within YouTube user VenomFangX's video titled Purpose and Reason. The logical fallacy presented here is called the Fallacy of Division. From Wikipedia, a fallacy of division occurs when one reasons logically that something true of a thing must also be true of all or some of its parts. The first example on that Wikipedia page is that a Boeing 747 can fly unaided across the ocean. A Boeing 747 also has jet engines. Therefore, one of its jet engines can fly unaided across the ocean. This, of course, is fallacious reasoning. A jet engine cannot fly unaided across the ocean, unlike a Boeing 747. Not all of the parts of a Boeing 747 have the same properties as a Boeing 747 itself. On top of that, the Boeing 747 and its properties emerge from the association of its part. In the video, VenomFangX says the following.
After all, if our consciousness was just a brain, if our brain was equivalent to consciousness, it occurs to me that the brain is made of unconscious things. After all, the brain is made of fluids and electrons and atoms, but fluids, electrons, and atoms are not conscious. In fact, they're unconscious. And I don't see how configuring any amount of unconscious things could ever create consciousness.
VenomFangX's reasoning follows very similarly to the second example on the Wikipedia page for the fallacy of division. The second example says that functioning brains think, or are conscious. Functioning brains are nothing but the neurons that they are composed of. If a functioning brain thinks, or is conscious, then the individual neurons in them must think, or be conscious. Individual neurons do not think. They are not conscious. Therefore, a functioning brain does not think, or is not conscious. Due to this fallacious reasoning, Venom is able to come to the conclusion that the ability to think, or conscious, must arise from something other than the functioning or material brain, that is, an immaterial self. It is important to point out that his reasoning and his arrival to the conclusion of the immaterial self is based on the fallacy of division. Now, I have no problem with VenomFangX trying to explore the themes he's trying to explore, like the purpose of life. But if he's going to title a video Purpose and Reason, then he better be using reason correctly. Now, I understand, Venom, that you are currently enrolled in what appears to be a post-secondary institution. I would hope that your school has at least one course in philosophy, and I would strongly suggest enrolling in such a course where you can learn the simple rules of logic and learn about things like logical fallacies, such as the one I've presented here. That way you can avoid them in the future and actually get to some really purposeful arguments. Thank you. Huntrex101.